Here we go. Here we go. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. What date are we? If we look at the paper today, we're looking at Thursday, May 17th, 2012. Have a look on the front page of the paper, you wouldn't see anything happening, but if you open up to the second page of the paper, you'll see a headline, Super Funds Drop. Market shock, 6% drop stock since May 1. $80 billion wiped off the market. US 99 cents, current rate for Australian dollar, now down from its peak. 3.5% rise in super since Jan 1. Balance fund, super funds falling, everything's falling. Oh, really? If you have a look at the gold price, and the only reason I'm doing this is because there's been, well, quite a few of my mates on the phone the last week. It seems there's a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money, being transferred out of long-term investments. So gold, bonds, all that type of stuff. And if you're interested, which you wouldn't be watching this if you weren't, in your own money and your own financial security, I suggest you really take a moment and stop and have a look at what's going on in the world. Apparently, for some reason, I seem to be the only one in my circle that joins these dots together. Look at the dots. Where's the big dot? The big dot that we're looking at is, well, depending on which one you want to look at, China and America, our two biggest trading partners. China have come out this week and said to Australia, we need to pick a new BFF. We need to pick a BFF, and it's not America. America's already our BFF, supposedly. That's why they set up a marine base in Darwin last year. All these things, when you join them together and you join the dots, add up to a very, 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 very scary scenario. Fascism, they used to call it. Hitler wasn't defeated in World War II. Let's make that clear. All the Germans who organised the regime or whatever moved to America. You look at the American Parliament, there's a fascia on either side of where the speaker sits. Fascia. Fascism, the symbol of fascism, a wheat sheaf, bound together. That's what we are. We're wheat, bound together by stupidity. Julia Gillard does not run Australia, does not run the country, never has, never will. The Prime Minister is a figurehead only. I think everybody knows that by now. And all they try and do is buy votes and buy this and buy that and spend here and spend there. It doesn't make the problem go away. The problem is with the banking industry. How is it that our society, when the banks are making money, we're losing money? When the banks are losing, oh, hang on, the banks have never lost money. Because every time the banks lose money, the governments give them more money. Why? Because the governments are in debt to the banks. So the banks call the shots. Wake up and smell the coffee, Bob. What's this got to do with you? Everything. Everything, from what you pay from your mortgage to what you pay for everything. You're being ripped off. I've just spoken to a police officer. I don't like to talk to cops much because generally when I do, they lock me away. But I've been getting a bit wound up about these kids that are being sent to Italy to be with their father who bashes them or whatever. I've already been on my little thing and I've got another couple of videos to do to my kids later on. But just to show them that I'm not a lunatic. I'm not a raving idiot. I don't swear all the time. I have a point to make, and the only reason that I'm making it is because somebody asked me to. In fact, quite a few people have asked me to. Because apparently this information is valuable when you put it all together. Look at what's happening now. Thursday, 17th of May 2012. What's happened last week and this week is hugely significant. But no one would ever know, because all that we're hearing about is some idiot who uses government money or union money to buy prostitutes or, all that bullshit. It's all a smokescreen. Look at the real story. The real story is Greece. Greece has said to the United Nations, no, fucking no. We're not taking your austerity measures. Take austerity and shove it up your ass. This is how it works. The banks get into trouble, the governments bail them out. The governments get into trouble, the banks send them further into debt. That's not fair. That's not just, that's not legal, that's theft. That's why the Muslims hate them. The only reason that, if you look at any society in the world, and it's not about religion, but look at any society, the only society that works on a global, what we need. China is a communist country, true or false? True. Australia is a capitalist country. True or false? True. We're capitalists. The two can't ever meet. But if the world, the way it's sitting at the moment, it's never happened like this before. Never been, this situation has never happened, and it probably never will happen. Because the only reason the Western democracy is working is because of a communist country emerging. China, Russia, whatever, India, all the same shit. Communist. One in, all in. The only reason the capitalist society is working is because the communists are buying all our shit and then selling it back to us. That's what's happening. And if that was just going to keep happening like it's been happening for the last few hundred years, it wouldn't matter. But communism. Hello, communism? Anybody? Communism. Working for the state. Now they're bringing in Asian languages to teach in our schools. Really? Asian languages in our schools. Why would we want to learn Asian if that's not going to be the common language? Greece is about to default. So what are they saying? No, we're going to have another election. They're going to have another election, and this is how it's going down. You can see it all in the news if you have half an idea. And all this is designed for you to protect yourself. Protect yourself. Get some cash aside. Put some things in place. Get some insurances in place. Look after yourself so that if the shit does hit the wall, not if, when the shit hits the fan, because it's already hitting it, you'll be all right. The Aussie dollar's starting to come off. Greece is about to tell Germany and the IMF, the UN, the World Bank, all of them to shove their austerity up their ass. They're going to get a new government. France has got a new prime minister or a new president or whatever. He's just told Germany, shove your austerity up your ass. We're not paying. We're going to do it a different way. If Greece goes, Spain will go, Italy will go, France will go. The whole trickle-down effect. World War II was started by one guy getting assassinated. You want to know where World War III is? World War III is coming to Australia because China want Australia more than America. China need Australia. America doesn't. Wake up. Everyone's bitching and pissing and moaning about someone on a Union credit card or Slippery Pete, this dirty slipper. Who cares? Who cares? And what's the biggest story in the news? Barack Obama comes out and says that he's for gay marriage. I couldn't give a flying fuck either way who you get married to or what you do. But if you read the book and the script that these fuckers are following, in the end of days, men will lay with men and women will lay with women. It's all in the book. It's all there and it's coming. It's all coming. And it's going to start, well, it's already started. Gold price. I mentioned in the last videos, and that's all anyone seems to give a shit about is, oh, Mick, when are we going to make some money? How are we going to make some money? Well, if you want to make some fucking money, listen up. I told you in 2006, if you want to make some money, buy gold. Yeah? It was $280 an ounce. It's now 15, 16. It's coming off. I said to you, watch out when the gold price starts to come off. Things are going to start to happen. Gold's coming back towards 1,500. The Aussie dollar's gone down through parity. The stock market's losing. We had the biggest loss yesterday of ever, or for a long time, or this year, or whatever the fuck it is, however they put it, that's because it's all just words. But if you look at what's happening in your cash, in your skyrocket, mate, in your pocket, you haven't got any left. All these things are coming in. All this week, they've introduced MyKey in Victoria, a pass where you don't need cash anymore. The Tap and Go credit card, MasterCard, giving you all these credit cards. Even Current Affair are advertising how you can get around credit card interest rates by getting another credit card. It's all bullshit to get you into more debt, more debt, more debt, more debt, more debt, more debt, more debt. The first home buyers grant is finished, yeah? Finished. What does that mean? That means that the government has stopped being able to con people into getting into houses that are too expensive for them. The shit's about to hit the fan, and I was going to do this in one thing, but it looks like it's going to turn into a two-part thing again. Because there's so much to look at, but it's so very simple. When you look at it from your point of view, look after you. What's happening in your backyard? How are you going financially, emotionally, spiritually? I'll get to you in part 2. See ya.